ye ne no ebe bon komo afa election petition ne ho pa na owi a unfodo so wo ye ni nyina wasere kwan kakra enti lawyer Dennis J Jumo private legal practitioner na eba no mra no so dia wote papa a school for no kra check no beti Dennis at law enti ene de Dennis at law on critical issues lawyer Dennis Afishiapa.
I think come to me.
Surprise now, surprising me, but it's okay. Say you want boko.
Boko adom.
Ano pay that. Awe Bible ni ana.
Nya Bible. Mrana bi ni kunche
ni. Why ni sa. Okay.
Say we better be a din komo na hu be hia say be kan free. Ana nya say da bia ye boy free team.
So the law is with you. Then I say and lawyer Kingsley Amwakwa Boadu on the onim no say free election petition ti ni siri pesa owo ye ho adaje say na wono so mira ne de wu ye ni wo de to ne na so no wabo ne totals wo be kire mu ama wate ase kama enti ono so wo be kire ye mira nim na owie nso ne na ye ministerial appointment nso aka ho council sa afia edini jamie no council no frɛ no enti council na aka ma no enti council good morning.
Morning.
Boko die.
Na we no ye retwi na me de oye ne brofo.
Ai, se afia de jamie no.
Ah, okay.
Afia frɛ bia council Kingsley. And your one and only political science lecturer was say ya me de meka madwene. Adwene so de okapa without fear or favor. Any ministry appointment by you watch on the list ten. And say apa friend say we professor for despite media en hayen ono kranso en hano eti wodo ye yesu ye do no enti ye ne no a Professor Ransford Jampo, the young handsome professor and very intelligent. Yay. And then mama fans papa. Sa fans so media mo we so catch me say ya wo ha me a minti ase meje me fans back.
Yankoso.
Professor Boko die.
Me adom.
Yeah, then ya me ase prof ye da sen so anopay. Enti said ya can full house ye share enkomo no ase ye the election petition no e na ye de e hyase. Me musa say obia general observation so far Tuesday na afe ye share case na say but ye sha ye calendar ne de it's not possible say ye be meet ye calendar no later ye be ba be can say expedition and justice and ye hwehwe me sha say wo a lawyer for ne so can Dennis
I think me so ye mo de enye wanwa say de esi but obi onya asem bia o court no sani o witness but ana court in some no do na ma TV so entiana for most people this is the first time omo hu se na esi ikono
away second time
second time esi ikono so when the stakes are high these things happen but as you chim say enyo bi o ha esi 2012 bi o ha es sound 2021 day one of the first issues you chim say bus court in the trans in 2013 there na judges near 9 this time around judges near 7
yeah
emremu so Supreme Court here na adwuma it should not be less than 5
okay
so anything more than 5 no is still permissible under the rules
okay. More than 5 but I will say odd number
odd number
okay
it's odd number it's 7 and so that's why come it's only 7 and it's still allowed now secondly so senior Supreme Court for no sitnase no about me who the senior most and the junior most.
Oh, okay.
And he said, "Oh, share court ni me at 2013 says here just a tuguba na presiding over the panel. It means that as a tuguba was the senior most judge. Anytime a chief justice enters beyond the senior most judge takes over.
Okay.
Now the next senior most at turn right. And he said, "Oh, share the next senior most in terms of this a year justice yawa pro." Ono betna ne nifa so then the next senior most obeba no e betna ni bonkum so na sa ko nifa na aba bonkum enti omo ye akachire for court ho no omo na take the very far end of the panel so that's how by practice na ya enti court bia na panel tena based on senior che panel no you can see the oba court o kane no senior omu no Sani yeshishen. The
oba court okane na de oba mra adwumanim.
The oba court okane.
The oba court okane.
Enti se osha judge bi wo ho che wo ba ne sen in terms of mfie mu no your friend ya but you do court okane no ene or senior sa na ye no baby a enti
okay.
se obi te se Professor Ashikote in terms of nimfie mu e wona nim say ebia na megache
okay.
but because of time ebia na de ba ho no e baja no nti no wa bedi nanim kane so sana ye mremu no ye hyehyɛ no
omu wuramu a ye hu bibi a me hu se oba bi na edi kane ti owuramu a no wakɔ ne se
so ntuja Justice Tokonu ne Justice Mariam Wusu and it very fine because I'm the junior most at the panel net na ase no I'm the ba supreme I'm the catch o panel no so
enti nsunti no enti sa na omo de hyehyɛ omo maye no
nti so hwa Justice Tokonu di animu no abetena ase na you twa to no so your ba because I'm the junior most sa na ye no court
okay great
so anytime I be ko panel bia be hu say no sa na tie. And most of the times the Supreme Court it's nasia and our court of appeal the Supreme Court it's nasia omadwuma yi mu no omo tena in a panel nti nye nipa ba ko pe na betena asem ne so sa na mra na si ahyehyɛ no nti se ne be ya atiefo ene ahwefo bete ase e wo se ne mu si ye nneoma now so far no enneoma bi omo ye no sa na mra ne hye omo se omo nye enti nye se bia omabɔ mu trim na na so omabɔ mu srim na omo ye de omo pɛ
okay
enti se ba timelines e be di hu nkomo na sa na omo se omo nye enna yese kite ahwefo se e ba lawyer fo na although se MPP na NDC ne political no a lawyer fo no omo client ankasa nipa na omo court no enti chachu ne Tony Lita client ene Mahama enye NDC fo
yeah so in this particular
case okay. So lawyer ni no your client adwuma na wo ye
okay
mpempi no adwuma obeye na ebia omo tenche na nso omani but ehun hia se wo beye se ne e be defend your client se ne mra ne se because so when you adwuma ye am client now you can actually be held liable in terms of negligence and as a professional ethics but ni nyina mu no we officer of the court eso obo ama court adwuma no e court otin ni emfa bibia nsi ne kwan enti wubusa me initial year I would say it is not strange 2013 crowd no so the stakes were higher heat more you know in terms of most of the processes so far I think so good
yeah best aba Council Kingsley also general observation so far baby ya try akodura ebinada court to say bibi ansanka mu a ye fiti aseni na se
me da say me general observations say apart from say ya de imra ya adwuma no say the menu ansi kan no obia wo client na adwuma na wo ye and a wo lawyer no so unim strategy a wo de o case no
okay
enti enye say ye case na ayebrofo kan ana bibi I say ye to dame no
okay
enti wo so wo wan hwe pipia wa kroma sa betene kwakwa so enzo wo say de wo su pipia wonyam adeko
okay
enti wo hwe ye be file motion bi wa ha ne be file interrogatories bi wa ha ne ni nyina ye obi a wo ye case no wo strategy a wo di prosecute wasem so
okay
na e wo say wo he said wo strategy no ene emra no enkodi abra I say na yes afi wa fe wa ye wo strategy no wa ha na wa ma obi ehu wo strategy a wo di adwuma no na afi wa ko incur the displeasure so wa ko incur the displeasure of the bench because asem na ye wo si yedi no in particular it's a petition we no emra ahye time a o si yedi wie
okay
it the wo strategy bi a ye bia na so hu say sela emra na emra o si comply with emra
okay sa emra ne time no wom ye kosa kese a ye beka na memra ye honorable me assure say wo party nye party to the case kura we interest wo mu pa wo de wani adi akiri wo hu ni say
ma me da se me fasa kwanja su mi nchia mpeso sofo wa sai stifo mama kwanja say me saso mbra bio na mi nchia me party NDC party na ntitiru President Mahama say me maba ha UTV abitia no na me saso nchia mo me nchia UTV for me ba ha che
pa ya feel
na okuni for mpemfo maba to me saso nchia mo prof I'm say you share in a distant at the NT. I'm say one kai.
Okay.
And the minimum afar. I'm say lawyer for me need the MC share.
Oh.
That is the thing. Intimate mu na. I'm say yaku ani me no say akwenja baba biwa e beta baba ba.
Yeah.
Don't you say poor a better telephone mess when you're there. Me check him now. We lawyers for us about. Lawyer Castle, lawyer Dennis, or Kutu, or Penis no Kutu. But generally, it's a typical question. I was general comments saying. Medicain, na mamma, who said President Mamma with 2 and a monpa.
Okay.
Our person, young Cabia Mambuno, about Cosunti, Intino, no so court. In Yana Jatum, say, you're the court of Yajuma, you're the Mraba Yajuma. Or no Yamama, Quenja, Mobile President in Bida. Intino. Otu anamo say case ya bay odbako court na ya papa you bo president mama na baso it's a very good thing gidi say mranim fo nyina bajatum say president mama wa ya de pa afi yaku bi say o hwe say sa dwumedi e koso no ye be telecast no bia friends atie bi no hu bi no enso ya de papa
say no cry the court ne kan say no my o madwen dada
and say da say you tu hanamo tuntum transfer yes say na yema ko isi entu anamon ne ya famra kwan so ebi fa na nkamba mu saa saa akwenja na abem mu tu sa anamon no eno so ya de papa president mama yami sha no but say generally no so generally me ka ho na don bebre so hwe nsama ekosu ya obi ti say Lord Dennis na chachuti katara ne ade wu say lawyers for the abamre mu a ya muhum mpanimfo no say hey we not chrem sadi we or not chrem say besum gina so a besum sa koma no judges for the lawyers for the ade no president yes we be friend e dey bona mo lawyers you be a friend president ni ya sabi obi atwa a wo sa homa nimu no le na people mo twa sasa no nti si twa sasa no na si bu asem na especially Supreme Court e bu asem e was ho what they call Supreme Court in between guys say
court about time
yeah nti no say o make decisions bia e wo ho eye anamantu bia wono o afa no eye nti yen atiache lawyers se ba san so enam say Supreme Court president eye adwuma na o ma take decision we hu no say sa asem na asaso ba sa anamantu yi no betu
okay
na o so chibi of predictability say mra no ntina bibia na ya tro sa case we no die instead the same issue ba na ya koso sa ai asem ba yi sa judge we as Supreme Court we say ya no menti no say asem say de ko no e be ko no sa my reference to sa interrogatories am so sa interrogatories
yes
ya de a e wo ho e wo mremu a e makwan ma bi se bisa questions a ubenya gina so bi na oda kan wasem 2012 the same thing about nti ye cha na mantu a and this president mama na lawyer for 2 ye no a che amano sa na so ni ko for kan wasem ye kan wasem ye kon say ni ade enim say lord ye say mra batan omo take decisions da a but ma say sa predictability no say ne ko ye hu ni sa nti no this also na review after young review ni ahwe ebi nim say na na koso nti obi say me general ya bad chem say e don't do na ndc for na me am ka ho
okay
bi say nyama na ko no enko ni ba yenye gidi say mra ho
okay
si be di mra so dia na ni that's one say mra na ba ya adwuma
great yes professor may sure say as a political scientist court a case court there and I say a legal there now so if politics and some be legal into one so
political science share the arms of government the executive legislature and the judiciary training embaranso so nipa na ehye
okay
ordinary people will be private members bill yetumi introduce ya obi ti ne kura ase kura otumi ehu nniama bi a ebetumi aboa wo ne kura ase a odi sa asem no etumi suma ne MP a o table private members bill and say the bill the ebeye law ebeye mra it would have emanated from obi oti ne kura ase kura anya nti mra so nipa na ehye and then ya me person be ma law na ye hu sa na emom nia ema ya na ye handicap ne say your processes and procedures are omofa so e de law ye political science say the power of statutory interpretation no it lies with the courts enti no the fact say wo wahye mra no ana say wo contribute to in making law does not mean say wona wo kire mra no ase especially when there is a dispute court na ekire na mo court nso so a omo wo akwan bi a omo fa so omo niema
okay
na saa akwan na eno no say wonye mranimu ni a ana say wonye lawyer a won court a eno no wuhu ena ebia obema wenum ehunehun no krampo no yenum se emom hunehun aye because ye be kenkan sa kwan no
court to but who go supreme court that there dey be here one na lawyer be chair say how old are you oh so say my name is Ransford Jampo say that's not how we do our things here ask your colleagues they will tell you how we do it here
processes and procedures no aha eno no wonko hoda eno di do ana eja waye boko na wetietie sene a omo a oye omo dwuma a omo ko eba ene nasefo no omo ka na ode aye dwuma but generally ne mehu ewo ne akoso no ne yeto aba wie no on say people were emotional among for a demonstration ene nasefo 2012 yeto aba wie no people were emotional among for a demonstration kakra just the say 2020 day na I'm say demonstration edoson bebre say 2012 dey no na yenyina ye ka say asem boninti na court wo ho na ato aba na say mente me ho ase abemu a court a na yedekọ na asase na ye ka say won fa asem no court no em say mrebi na me ka say ebinum te say wo se o mon fa asem no court a na wo show mo response na say on pass say wo di o matem. They didn't omon tears so because them fast some court because they were more emotional. My papa say human beings are creatures of emotions and not creatures of logic. I don't know court na abeko. Nti na dey na be emotion. At the end of the day no e dey nyame ase omon de omasem ayeden petitioners de omasem akodan court. E kire say democracy mu no yenyini ebifo enyaya foreign western media enyaya anka omo report to say ye kum ye ho omo report to say eja atoman mo sa na mo pe what is say bra ye to aba wie no mete say BBC for e describe ya abato no the processes as boring.
It was whilst it was going on. What's the name we did yet to about?
Yeah, boring. Na just say yem pay obi asum yenye obi. Na mo de ade boni na mo pe a report na the papa de mo pe ho. See so foreign western media me dwom mo kra na sa na na omo reportage.
Because basically good news don't sell.
It doesn't make sense to me. I mean let's change that narrative.
Okay.
Good news don't sell saying o cheze nia enye we ho na nkomo ba nti say ye de egu omoni mu ase shame omoni ewu ye de court ama say court na ye asem no ano baba wo ho na bra na ye kire political science ye ka be say justice delayed is justice denied na say wo de asem court a na nka say tumi hwe na ho asem no ye ka ntentem but yes ka say no em say lawyer for na me say to so mo ka so mo say justice rushed is also
Justice hurried.
Justice hurried is also justice buried. You know, there should be a certain synthesis and a certain middle ground. About making sure say, asema ye di court no. Enye say ye prepare ye hu di intentem anaso say enye say ya sheda nso so tweni nya yempe say ase botae bia ensi ye ne so. Ne ma say hu no say amanfo nto ombo ase na omo observe processes no because say the court is a court they are courts of motions and counter motions. O person can say me o file motion sorry na on come file motions na motions o file it's up to the court to say ombeji atum and I say omobeka say we dey nyina so bia eni so enti say obi file motions no file motions madwimo no yembisa e ho say mmaramu no onam ne kwan so and I say onam ne kwan so to the bia na motions ni bi we betimi adrage ade na de but sa mmara kwan ne yafa so se de be kekere ho na mmara kwan ne yafa so se be hwe ne aka electoral election petition asem ne ya and let's just have respect for the rules afei ne ma se hu biom kakra ne se yenhwe yi na court process se ekoso yi yenkɔ in such a way that you see the courts the Supreme Court who do I think from my lord no omo te say nyame bia omo tete ho omo pie judge pie abonten dia o te say mene wo ene o can be also to make a can be kire no na mo me ko do court wo dia quote and unquote nyame wo ho na nti omo so omo wo mmara omo de den kwan omo fa so omo niema na regardless of analysis regardless say omo fa omo kwan no so na omo edi omo asem ni nyina mu no me de mesre say omo nya ne in such a way say at the end of the day no nia obedi nkunim behu say justice has been served nia obedi ncho no so ebehu say yensisi no say ne ebe ya enkoye say amanfo wo perception ni adwin bi e wo court no enye nne na mebe bobo but they have to act and I say omobedi asem in such a way that feed into some public perceptions that ebidom ayeden ewo esan say your last hope no any the courts maybe last one and say ye wie sitting as enya 2013 election petition ye wie bia obon say a lawyer for bi ekogina ho ebinum de je fans ebinum so de advert ebinum so kwa
they are not allowed to do adverts.
And we indirect adverts. So, okwa na okotie na afia nso no be kirem. Na yenso ya hwebi ya yehu ne ekoso. Ye wi abon se NDC lawyers omo be kan asem no se ne omo hu omo this land kakra to so. MPP lawyers omo so be kan asem no se ne omo so this land kakra ato so. Na mo ya confuse yen. Yen nyina woni tuemu a yeni nyawo. Enti na yenso ye hwebi. E ba se niam bi technicalities kakra bi na o machire mu a na o machire no munya say de bia obi aba they should tone down yeah they will have to offer explanation no obi na o weni nso hu ade no obi na o waso nso o te asem no obi na o hwe court processes na eto de bia mmiri bi se ametewa mo kan asem na afi meeting nso so mente ase antino omu wie na lawyer bi be clarify kakam say okay antino clarifications ni enchirechire mu kakra bi amode beba na nte ase aba na mode aba na mom
you feel say omu kasa dodo ana
omu kasa too much na me kasa ebinum de advert ebinum so de slant bi to so na propaganda kakra into we chia na sa na o de afa bibi a eyema no na we nso a chia na sa na o de afa bibi a you see omu nyina wo what it stand for omu nyina arguments counter argument na sefo at the end of the day no atemuafo no any judges na eden ete akonwa nti omunya ise to de bia na omumma yenso emotions koso unse we koka no chia na esute ne de na che atemuafo no emua ansutu ne de na che you are inciting your supporters against the justice system. If they should tone down on the interviews that they grant, and even if they have to grant interviews, they should speak to the core issues and eschew propaganda.
Okay, Council, first of all, sa 2013 no mo ye 9 no mo ye 7 na den na Chief Justice ni Boatina Subi if say 2013 no Chief Justice Georgina Wood Antina Subi no regulated by law bi ana.
Me da say the minion zikai no Supreme Court the omot na they will say odd number.
Okay.
And a normal sitting no ye 5. So, say appeal court, say high court back. So high court na say treason na emiensa. Right. Say appeal court and I'm say ya appeal from high court and uti kron kwejina.
Okay.
Inti ye befa miensa. Inti miensa ne say 2 no adwen ko benkro ma say na ba akoko ha say the judgment of the court here 2 no dey no majority. Inti ye beka say majority decision. Osan de ba Soroko Supreme Court na 3 no would 2 abeka on na 5.
Okay.
The normal sitting here 5. Say Soroko Supreme Court na akoji motion bia and a one judge bit my say no motion for extension of time and na baby. But see I can asem na mu dey 5. Until anything beyond 5 na asem no emodra na fe ni extend no. But mra bia ni ho a kire say
the wo keken eyen hyehye ya emra mu ya hyehye ato ho. Okay.
Yeah. But there's no you say because 2013 no kwaye 9 intia was a win chinchina was a 9. And there's no rule say because Chief Justice Antina so back no I will say we say Chief Justice wants us. If I back on I want us no be mu to ya asem kan pa say asem a emu odu say ya a determined or president. And a president no she be bia on executive director of the country, another CEO of the country, and there wasn't Chief Justice Natanaso. It is only some. So it is assembled as a president, and meanwhile the Chief Justice no or judicial role, or no administrative role.
Okay.
administrative role na ebi ni say or panel the Supreme Court send be aba
judge for
no ono be gas judge we betina we so so na afa ebi kra de amanyosem say de menu e ka in fact and metu chairman why ade pass the sa point no kan say yiwia na obi abetrim no mu kiremu no mu de o mama nyosem kakra beta abebata ho nti we twiko ha na we so aba no so atwe akọ ha na afa
but what we lawyer ni no lawyer ni na now mama education in church ya me production ka chem say ya the case is a political legal and I'm say lawyer political legal and so say politics kakra wo and sana legal what we lawyer ni say amanyosem kakra wo
case bia na ejina bibi na twetwemba case bia na senka wa kọ na bia wo sika obi akọje no wantua economical
legal
case bia bibi na twetwemba ba ebedu ho na ye ka na yebedu court ana atemwa edwabre no ho no de yengina ho ne yemfa no nka asem na ekwese we tweba ha na we tweba ha na bibie ebesi bia no ye de amanyosem wuram
okay
ebi kura ka se yema panel no enye balanced na fe ya ka to have a balanced panel no anything there because o Supreme Court judge
they were specific to have a balanced panel, no? And they said, look at the appointing regime.
No.
And that's what they said. Look at whose presidency, which judge was appointed to the Supreme Court.
Because Supreme Court judge be appointing a BIA or be converting. And there's a parliament vetting on so or my assembly be favor or more. Young canisa say Supreme Court no cry judge never no. And yes, the president say, "Wow, no abonne sim say oh bra." There's a process.
Okay.
So okay.
Then so but just a quick one. I mean, who's person can be a council. Intisenka Chief Justice, His Worship, His Lordship. Once in a case in this be a enkadi ni bisi.
Not na so ade ni bisi. Yendwin was because assembly emu odu tie 31st December. You celebrating as public holidays until say yeah about 1993 you see the constitution all that time from 81 to 92 no one and a power Supreme Court can who say emrebia you two aban bia to the constitution two you could be no the first person year abolish it mine the courts there be about parliament first.
Okay. Say you suspended. Yes, suspended constitution. Now, parliament is dissolved. Now,
Oma dissolve Supreme Court. Now, be appeal court and downwards. Because almost Supreme Court is supposed to interpret the constitution.
But if there's no constitution now,
but also here, judging go by one abolish Supreme Court.
No, okay. 1781 year abolish Supreme Court.
Meanwhile, no, now Supreme Court on appointed.
Okay.
And so you buy ya be do ya come more than 10 years old. You be doing just that case na say my year celebrate 31st no. Sir judges no work as a me celebrate your own constitution no. Why the power?
Beautiful question.
Enti eno de once ya pa na wa no president na mu kro ntimi giwu fio. The house na fe amanyosam na wura bibia fe wan ha wo fa wa unsu kura no me say o ye ni say dia.
Na one manufacture.
No there be ye amanyosam no to the extent say ebe question the integrity of the court. And say obia and obia and DB Morgana.
Okay. Thank you, counsel.
Young respect the court no. Almost so your major no man ntimi an ya your process.
But quick one, we respect them, but maybe they are humans.
Obia and nipa na be adwuma.
Okay.
Me there are some to nipa team say judge ne be bias be a very dangerous path.
Okay.
Yemfi sa you cry.
Okay. Prof say obisa quick question.
Pacho 5 judges na they appoint you no.
7.
Seven judges no yes, sit on the case no. Just speaking to the point of nkayenya balance no. On say last week na mete so be kasa na wakase I say Dominic
one of the legal
Bassett. Yen say yen hwe esu ne hu say yen ati hayi yen mienu yen na for me hwia na me no boy yes yen na for pa modern Bassett so yeah madam for pa no Nti ye ka
lawyer too, eh?
Me no na me here adwuma one law firm.
Oh, okay.
That no oye be head of chambers.
Okay.
And no betane ne court pa election petition ta na me no court. Nti ye ka asem a ye
personality
issue no.
Yeah.
So
maybe he just wanted to make his statement credible, say.
Maybe I'm reliable source. Say ya modia. Na say
oh,
ye
that's
asem
minimum. Na me na try dey will go. I say minimum na.
Okay.
Points na maybe sans make can say na or ka say anka omunya balance na argument no say anka ye nhwe why na appointed hwana why na appointed hwana na maybe say we share 7 justices now NDC 4 appointee some were appointed during until 6-1 okay okay adibi wo ha e chere political science a friend of legitimacy
okay
you can legitimacy it refers to two things the rightful rule of the leader and the belief in the minds of both the leader and the followers say the nipakora odi ade no ono na esese odi na so me person me say eniama eto de bia na enye emra no nko na mom nipa adwen mu nso ne omususu say esese eye
dog wait me sure
okay yes lawyer
prof wait my power first of all yentini ma bia say
okay
Supreme Court na say ye wo ho no judges be do 70 obeko retirement and judges need be do 70 obeko retirement as we speak say about the appointment principle now advancing as we speak judges are NDC which is very inconvenient for me to go do that analysis okay. But say base judges are 16 judges OCC you know oma NDC are buying appointed omna say academy you know justice Poaman and justice our people omna John Mahama appointed so technically speaking even if it's 9 now we balance ne say e wo say ayenhwe oma NDC appointed omna MPP appointed oma say just chief justice person appointed nipa bebere kura na de akam wo mu no e nipa mienu enti ebeye 7 say e ka say 9 penalized still ebeye 7-2 and I say 5-2
even 7
honorable just a minute member also
eba say principle na tama ye 2013 elections omo mu tuti a MPP aban included na Kufuor as a petitioner included Sufayadinya who was appointed by Kufuor. It included Justice Bafuboni, who was appointed by Kufuor. So, Teka, Senki Esha appointment na judges sabi omu zombies. Eba say the Esha Abaya appointee Oma. At that time, no so panel na decided na MPP would have won 6-3.
Yeah.
But then sinister.
Yeah, no, me no ya adwen wo ho na me in fact you've clarified say
okay.
Even 7 you cry away. Because you have judges are appoint you doing NDC regime, and you so any day, and better so 2 penny a day. Aka. Until a bear and Kebeya 5-2. That is well clarified. Then before say Bassett or Cancer, and he should have done this analysis.
Yes. To be fair, I say age at the bench.
But no,
Man, balanced, and the minds of people are balanced. Because you cannot tell me, say, do na President Akufo-Addo or appointee, you know, or more so no matter what. Not the be so appointed, so about so your phone, whatever, and become one in the minds of people, no, and ensure some freeness in the mind. It will.
Yeah,
no.
But okay, honorable points were made. So,
say, apart from say balance, no, say balance.
Balance 2-5
in the right sense of balance, sanity there. But the other side is balance could also mean say obedience was appointed. No, say me move. So what the can't do one. Even though say ballot to I don't say you go to her. About those what's anything in the minds of people. That balance was there.
2 become 5 on one. So any balance. I'm telling
you the balance. Balance in the other sense. you can balance that. Say that say we say. But the balance in a sense in the minds of people say, "Sir President, you are appointed bebre." No, also appointed kakra. In this, what did they kakra? What the kakra? And Bema nipa adwuma
Fine. Thank you.
And now, I nipa adwuma mienu nso ama. Inti na basa, dey na basa for
But say ya apel.
Yeah, come.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, can the nipa adwin. Usa nipa adwin trim no.
Usa nipa na e kama nipa adwin.
Basa nipa na bibia.
Na enti nipa na e sheda ma nipa adwin. Sa nipa na ye kama ma adwin sa. Na e pese hu se.
It's more apparent than real. Mama ya ma, you know, that person chiri Mr. Wararoma. Me ma family no. Oso afomotwe. Enti se wa amfa me de no anase ofa back one den na esi kwan se nka ba family no da ka wo de motwe no. Am in the minds one can put back is oh be don come from eka ho me di mo. As we speak now balance no me de be hu the balance no say. Enam say nipa adwunu e ba no consent no. One family de no mienu ameka wo de motwe no ma wan buwa te say de say buwa no. Eye kaka because of name cause nti.
Okay.
So
yes,
what I'm saying is that, sir, first point I've made is say the court cases here. Answer just President Akufo-Addo be appointed, I may approve. Judges who are appointed like Justice Akoto Bamfo are appointed because of Sir Justice Akoto Bamfo, Justice Akamba. These are many for modern. They went on retirement. Once there's a retirement, there's a vacuum, the president has to appoint.
Okay.
The president has appointed, say 16 judges now. In 2012, balance be one of the points about the senior judges. In 2013 election petition, senior judges, Justice Sophia Kufu, who ended up becoming the Chief Justice. 2013 petition, Chief Justice was number 1.
Okay. Georgina
Wood. Once now so. Atuba panel, but before Atuba Akutuba and form they don't come. There were more senior judges at that time, which was Dateba, who retired in August 2013, and Sophia Kufu Transia BD Chief Justice. But the informal panel no, because Emrana say ba empanelment. Chief Justice to me, abro be to me. Even say assembly for Chief Justice now mpuwa. But me ahwe case bi se bright akwete be say jekum. Ana assembly pese two Chief Justice no. Emremu no say if a Chief Justice no to me say o empanel because the position of the law ne say judge be independent. Or Senate say no so pese. So that is what the law says. So it's about the power given to the Chief Justice, and the Chief Justice will decide who to empanel. Now answer the be empanel no. Some of us wrote an article who should be a judge. If a judge Biana, they bring a certain onto the table. Some judges were appointed on the basis of their academic background. And to hear Professor Ashikote, Herita Mensa Bunsu,
Professor
Mensa Bunsu. These were people when we are appointing them. The court, the president looked at their academic background, which played a role in their appointment to the Supreme Court, which is not strange because you have had Professor Kluje, Professor Dateban, SK Sechum. These were great Modibo Kran. These were great academics. A total be so a court no so share sometimes the bar. Lawyer for penny phobia say o ma ye o madwuma yi ye be here Supreme Court. And to share lawyer Justice Nemen Amegache Nifri Hall directly from the bar straight to the Supreme Court. Justice Yoni Kolendi straight from the bar to the Supreme Court. Justice Poorman, fantastic judge, which was appointed by Mahama, straight from the bar to the Supreme Court. Okay. So these were judges appointed based on their bar. Judges will be also appointed based on their experience to the judiciary. To be my judges from day one. They were the High Court, promoted to the Court of Appeal, promoted to the Supreme Court. Justice Tokonu, Justice Mariam Owusu, Justice Tanko. These were people who judges are. They are appointed through the ranks.
Okay. And High Court, Court of Appeal, Courts, and all. Okay.
So these were judges are qualified in their own right. So this is a balance. Now, if you panel of 7 now, the panel of 7, the Chief Justice is number 1.
Okay.
The Chief Justice herself as High Court judge, Court of Appeal judge, went to the Supreme Court.
Okay.
Justice Yawapo.
As it is now, is he the senior most at the bench?
He's the senior most by law. Yes. Okay. So that's why he's number 1.
And you say the fact say Chief Justice no.
Number 1. Oh, I see.
Say we say law report ma e be kan so and so JSC. Na fi yesan born about so chief justice sir. Ni asan ka accident was.
Okay.
It's by the first so chief justice no cry.
Accident was. Yeah,
So
no.
manunsi open manunsi. Say na be a mama for atiase. So these are the panel members. Constitution 7 panel where you see an academic background. Professor Ashikote falls the academic.
Okay.
You see the bar who is there's name Megacha falls that.
Okay.
You see those who might arise through the rank.
Okay.
Forming that particular. You see a gender aspect to Justice Mariam Owusu and Justice Tokonu. Fantastic judges who have risen to also ensuring that a little bit of the
current
balance.
Ones, Omudi case. Okay.
So there's a lot of factors that runs to the Chief Justice mind in terms of empanelment because this is an election petition. You need to bring everybody on board. So you have an academic kakra, you have a true bar person kakra, who are judge true and true. You have a gender aspect.
But say Chief Justice no and
independently
or appointed.
Okay. Now most importantly, a bar election petition throughout the world. I know better check it from Malawi to Kenya and all those things. Nigeria. Asem kesiye bia wo man mu a Chief Justice Tenaso. You can check all over the world. All the world jurisprudence, Brazil, whatever way you see it. Chief Justice ne wo kromo no. Tenaso. And there's nothing wrong in the Chief Justice sitting on the matter. There's nothing wrong.
Okay.
So the fact that only Chief Justice say bia one nya adwen and so but that's why it's a panel. And I've demonstrated that in 2012 that appointment principle did not work and has never worked because Justice Sophia Adingra voted against Nanado as a petition, although it was MPP government that appointed him. Justice Bafumoni voted against, because based on the judge will look at the facts, will look at the evidence, he has a judicial oath.
Maybe our challenge here is that in 2013, with all due respect, almost set a precedent be a armwa. Why Chief Justice then decided not to sit on it? And the way I saw better national, it has become a problem.
I don't think it's a problem.
It's not a problem.
But they have been commenting.
Into what form would you fire dear? That's the concept. Fundamentally very.
I will say it's a
I want to also make
a party dear. I mind. Fundamentally.
Make it last one. President Mahama time of appointee way. That means Mama there. And I'm saying
that doesn't mean
I did not say that.
Say no. I'm
saying that the analysis started
when
from
these people were appointed.
I'm just saying that the analysis started from Prof. Bremu when Meki suggesting about this appointment Obi Meki. And I may say about that. These are the facts. This is the foundation.
But
then we take it.
FB during President Mahama time. So or appointee. I think you said
yes, okay.
Exactly. So what my reference here is because of the fact that period that President Akufo-Addo here need in that period this one Mama so and say this.
I said no say it's not healthy and yes say you beg Jane ho sa.
They mistaken about because Mr. Who okay be say. Obi say I didn't think so one treman ka be then. You didn't answer. No because what them say then. You started explaining the importance of what them then. Obi say I didn't not them. Because you see President about Chief Justice. Yes. 2012, 2013, not him. Ruling. He called for re-election. So Judge Lubiani Jabai.
Oh, he did call for re-election.
Yes. Exactly. He called for re-election. Sani Pen Wababe Chief Justice. Into the president's error. So what I'm saying is
because re-election
then you use that as a precedent.
Then say president's error. Court president in here pa. Court pan na wom. Na 9. And na wo nya akwenja. Wababe Chief Justice now. In the past, Chief Justice one time because these are two major election petitions number 2012, 2013, and 2020. Critical, issues. Ordinary, are they? I'm a man from to me on concern. And now, oh yes, of course. because
I say honum be lawyer Dennis Acheche
so what message
we are seeing na I say me mind be chief justice
I have president can answer
o court to the laws no mutimi koti baby ani omo de say
the me aso attend say there's precedence
yes
say omo tena ho e make ruling na presidents for ho na me cap predictability say because say na anything no it's most likely say na be na ebeko until so bit me explain ya chere nkofo say me yen say oh these are my reasons now you are explaining I didn't na anya 9 na be 7 I didn't na chief justice one twe no ho no beto these are 3 critical ideas 2 critical issues I didn't na other senior judges what do you call it other senior justices our man be me be because ba fuboni ho okay wamba na dote once wamba intinu sa you talked about leadership omo matnem omo nimdie na sefo na den omo tnem mu bi agabe den na ye keep the president agabe den
thank you yes now prof so me prof aye
just let me just also add to in 2013 when the Supreme Court was sitting on election petition, Supreme Court did not remember. I said Supreme Court and election petition
yes.
Appeal kakra ho, obi the reference jurisdiction ho, chieftaincy matters. But the the election petition it take key the court hostage.
It's a priority.
But this year, what the Chief Justice, which is a good decision, which we have to commend the Chief Justice, is that the Supreme Court is going to operate in another court. So that all the other cases will not come to a standstill.
And also because
as we are doing the election petition. So those senior judges now, they are also needed in order, because we want a case where you're 100%. But this was as a woman son, and it's 100%. Because the bill also not to say, Mahamu, and Anadu, a croon ancestor. Enti, on Masasi, I met your woman son, yes, see me. From High Court and the Court of Appeal, I boom bukatano. But the Supreme Court decided, mammy, you sit down on my side, so I bet the Supreme Court because of all election petition, I will see here on Intino. And my court in the court when under this Chief Justice leadership said, Supreme Court will still be setting issues with interest or here. Your course list now, which we have it on an app near you now. You can always see that now the court is still working, even when we are having an election.
And then no seniors name.
So open Manunsi. So
you're putting on the bench reserve at the Impenifono. No,
the bench or come and said they are also working.
So I don't know Impenifono but the mainstay. No man Kolan said
Impenifo Ben
and Crabben now come as a catch us in 2013. In 2013, opinion no so for Yakufu. Akotoba anfo na na ereto. Akotoba anfo tran petition ni so. Dateba no ye panyini. Yamfana anto so. Akotoba anfo na ereto.
Retirement, you said it.
Opinion mama no nsi. But otna eyini. So I'm saying that these are the facts. As in how a politician like you will interpret it no. Me ma said ye say me the facts ni beto dwa. Me dey ato dwa awie no. Wo ba bia free ba no kan me tewase. Na na be kan akosi.
But so the over can say
yen who say netie and that if we say yen for appointment to medical ma point say in 93-94 the one of the processes a hit against Rawlings government was the court. Rawlings Korea and making these people, you know, the courts appointed some of them, but they ruled against Rawlings in MBB versus IGP in almost all the cases.
That is the beauty of it.
So the beauty of it is that
so then you need to try the system that the beauty will still come out.
Do it. So these are my
Yes, Prof.
Mena say me.
You are the presiding there.
I'm not made facts not to judge.
Very good information I would have say. The Supreme Court is still sitting on other matters.
Yes.
I don't know, say the judiciary no more some PR unity be a nyema bi sa no. Omo betumi akyerɛkyerɛ ma nipa a omo nte ase no ombeti ase a because it's a very timeless information for me I've had now over the years and I mean say the courts no and I say the Supreme Court and say justice system no omo nya obi ma omo kyerɛkyerɛ saa ensem say ama mate ase ni nti a na no na omo ye 9 na enne omo aye den omo aye 7 well it is important that it is clarified. The judicial system and our courts, you know, say de bia no omaye omo ho isolated ye nchire asemu na aye de bi omo nye hu omo nso omo ye nipa e na omo te o traffic aye fem omo fa bi na botana men kama say ene wa hyper oh omo nso ye nipa nti niema bi wo ho a you see eye society no e na ebe form e wo omo nti no omo nya say
but must they explain every single thing?
There may be what me church me become me became do. You see, bra na me judicial politics America. You see, just judges be what omuti as omuti room. Maybe omuti no be until on kind newspapers, on share TV, on tier radio. De bia no nko anati o mpese bia abetie bibia kwa na be corruption be influence na adwe anase you want to act independently me no ya adwen but the point is eto de bi nso a na esese niam bi nso so ebe de ebe kire ebe hia nchenchem ideally it is not healthy say ya empanel judges na ebi be ka say we ofi hifa anase we ofi ha anase we na appointing ideally it's not healthy particularly in a developing democracy and share that enye but the point is also the fact that we must appreciate this fact say you see evidence abounds from 1992 up to now or even from the history of our independence up to now say it isn't everybody who is clothed with independence that act independently.
That's
and no be a constitution emra ehye no say dana afari jan kasem bi na say ya manage ho pa o say eto de be a deposition bi mawa yes we are independent na kai hu say even though we are independent no nkofo bi beba ebe person be manipulate. It depends on the persona and the willpower of the one wielding that independence to say that, hey, I'm independent, exactly. I'll not be moved.
Exactly.
Not just say, or part culture say, and you be yes, you're independent, you know, and not acting independently in Ghana.
Yes.
And you know, say, and no, say, Sanswa, necessary, Santisa, yes, Santia, so again, say, ye pill, it is our feature. We are very polarized people.
Must we allow that to go on? Yes,
unfortunately, it is polarization. You see, excessive partisanship is a feature of every developing democracy. When people become overly partisan, excessive partisanship breeds political madness. They say, NDC ni anase MPP ni do into the beer. Or casem crown say adwin kura nka so ye na adwin adwuma say ade ma me hwe no eno kro mpe so be na adwin adwuma. So we are overly polarized as a people whether we like it or not.
Can't we correct it?
We should work we will have to correct it, but it takes time. Well, into you be correct na mum kakra and given the extent to which we are polarizing, I say yeah study be why here friend depolarization of the body politic. We agreed that we're so polarized political parties before it decided no, you more chedodo. Into yema ebema edi yemba together as of mine. Enti say ye polarize sir. Not say the regimental implementation of legal rules and processes can never go on like that without taking cognizance of the fact that we are we are not teaching. Esa say ye more chicheninti. Bienu anu mu de omode mra pefe na omode den omode edwuma na me ka se wo de mra pefe rigidly ye edwuma you should also be mindful say oman ye mu acheche okay enti essence ye mu acheche na nchichemu eto de bi edi confusion beba nti no eto de bi a wo de mra ne ye edwuma pefe a eso odwun se se ne ye mu acheche se manhwe ye na se ye no pefe sa one shall not at the or how be okay. You know, young Shen in such a way say the other side, no, we are not going to pander to them there, but young mom who akwenya bebrena or to me and feed a certain perception in your psyche. Because basa ebeba, to the be an reality. Nemo, what people are thinking about.
Thank you. And see, I want us to make progress. Now, person me busa lawyer Dennis say, yeah, just straight timing.
Also, I'm happy to buy. I'm going to happen. So there was an issue relating to. I think I need to get this clear from my non-legal perspective.
Yeah.
Okay. Say me a lawyer, but say be a money lawyer for you. Say you basically baby what to say human resource. You are employing people. You need some seniority. Until so we experience sana court cases na dey wo scienti no see justice ni be ho amomu to my handle. I'm hoping that this is coming from your own and from the chief judiciary. But there were said the piano cases were in 2013 whatever cases were to for was na sina then nkofo ina empana omo I say we jebi mo but we jebi mo be mindful say seniority so hia in case at this ano ja won a sabi omo seniors no omo betena so I'm justifying we 7 as opposed to 9 in the sana ti dia so we jebi dia ade na seniors and kebi hia omo no omo betena in so no for omo ba na obeja won as backbench and as omo hwe no man is ade no you see it is important as our perception mama is there see anya nneoma no yeah that perception will still be there and that is why I agree with prof say yama PR na eden enya adwuma so the judicial service should be able to mama nka say omo dom yes so sakosan omo come to the public to explain to them why is even this decision say chief justice grant in there what case nimbi previously no on team a precedence broken adenti in this time around no yeah 7 instead of 9 a precedent broken adenti na senior judges or justices or what ya woman transfer na junior was someone buy so they must explain to people.
Okay.
Me and Tiasi, then clear our perception, and that's why I want to agree with Prof.
Thank you. Point.
Problem happen, me
Dennis, straight timing. Yes, here the CI 99 age man. Am I in timelines? But it being so kase say you see a cut timing strictly din sa e basa one share ya will hurry the justice, will hurry the time and bury the justice. Enti ye be den na ye hu se enye say ye pentem abuaten. Na emum ye hye se ye pentem de nanso atenten ne ebeba enso ansa na lawyer no ndu abonti o se metwa me ho quick eba na koton ade kakra bi ye dane ye ho quick ababusuafo ye nya mo ase ye ba pa then ye be ka sa straight time ye say expeditious trial or want to deliver justice na ya kan no so ye ba sisia. area busiafo ya critical issues utimi say aye critical ne pa enti ese say ye di sa enkomo no na uguso a wo hwe ye na wutie ye dia na nche say election petition no 2020 die no a na yeguso no all the ye empanimfo mu de omunim de anu omusu ehunu boa no so ewa ha honorable Isaac Mensa MP Wasa East wo menifa so na oba me benkum so a nti say anu say me presiding na se nko no ye senior on okay so senior
me fine
na benkum aba answer
and the next senior lawyer Dennis Jenjumo enti ka o say councilor mo akwaba say won sa aha na fe Professor Jampo Ababe engineer
no na preside dia una ye senior
okay
na me ma ba after you
okay
nti zo di asem obeba say obi tie na wasa ba say na fe wakasa nti wo so sa wo so ba
enti ye nyina so na ye sia de court asem de senior nti ne de je ba ye be ko break na asem ba ko na ye bisa eno so na watch no be critical issue say ehin ne ye pentemako asa ye tumampomika ebi say PMPN aka say they need to be expeditious or so mo contem so time no lawyer for no be say debi justice hurried justice buried one kra utu emika u be sia tentene ne no ebi so say the CI 99 na eye adwuma emre da ho say say no is it a case say ye pentem and is it a case say ye patentene lawyer Dennis yes
mama okay mama that's p say eba Supreme Court adwuma odina say parliament will on standing orders of the year adwuma which are the rules are govern the year adwuma as say you know nkita ho aba ho eba Supreme Court rules of the year adwuma no Supreme Court rules that Supreme Court rules na the year adwuma the friend no Supreme Court rules which are made 96 CI 16
okay
CI 16 that is the rules and a amendment to ho abesi ene
okay
into amendment ba ko ye ho na CI 74 na later on ye amendment for be CI 99 now CI 16 no at that time 96 no omapenya notice no Rollins Chief Justice IK Aban and na ho and obedi awasamoa ya attorney general and ye pass CI 16 now in terms of Supreme Court adwuma no eba election presidential election petition baby asem baby di no Supreme Court now ko Supreme Court rules ni ma ye CI 16 ye mra kakra wo ho a but na mra na emunye very detailed
okay
emra mu no kra no within the language of the rules no and you use the word expeditious in terms of presidential election petition hearing then in 2012 that time George na wood na wo ho na attorney general Martina Midu and remember the CI no the CI bia ye lay na coming to fruition and you know so the rules of court committee then amended the election petition portion relating to the rules no
ye lay no batochim
yeah the parliament for 20 days na afia beyemra
okay
yeah for parliament
that's na beyemra
okay
parliament met team aba nyemra so ye lay na see the CI 74 it is about 2013 election petition na CI 74 na dey
okay
na CI 74 mu no e kan wo mrani mu say asem ne ba esi edin expeditiously
chere say
esi edin intentem
okay
esi edin intentem na court ye tia asem ne wia within 15 days na ye bua asem enti mrani ka asa no ya ye nyina ni tia say ye edin intentem ne take ye 8 months ye yes decision we na Bimpon Buta late Bimpon Buta obi oye o mranim say papa dedicated himself to the country on a law report in his law report no or your recommendation be one of the recommendations several recommendations were made and one of the recommendations that he made was that he thought say a chair na Ghana for nyina dream say a chair 8 months na wadodo na woko Kenya mramu kra na election petition the constitution shem say some deal within 14 days which they did when the Kenyan election came. There's a Supreme Court transfer from day one, and they must finish within 14 days.
Okay.
And
yeah, 2013, the Phantom crowd or Ghana.
Yes, there was a review discussion. People recommended that in 80 days, back and forth, less days. Then they finally passed under the rules of court committee based on the various interactions that was made. and you share experiences no because in the 2013 na NDC for be joining case you know amendment we were ha you know and you can say in the enkunchire mranimu bi nti yes amende CI 74 ni bi and as I say Supreme Court Supreme Court na eka emra say CI 99 no a year at that time President Mahama na was so and an Attorney General Marita Bruce na was so and then the Chief Justice Woodan so na was so the Rules of Court Committee once again amended it. So at first, not expeditious screening. Okay. And at CI 74, the expeditious better name. Okay. Then now we have now defined expeditious to mean act within 42 days. And SMRANIM.
Mrasi I-99. Okay.
And yes, Supreme Court na sebe omo atena say yebotimi ka say omo an buy no de be ye mra da ho ay so omo de ye adwuma. And they say you define you go further could define say see when the rule says expeditious trial finish within 42 days. That is what saying is Emrane City. Okay. Enti court no so and before say eba beto aba no the court launched a manual for elections. Okay. And within the manual no, they reiterated the new rules at the abano and I quite remember because I was part of it where I was there when they did it. When they passed it on to the various political parties who were represented and stuff, to tell them that, oh, these are the new CI 99 that will be applying in case there's an election, which was passed in 2016. It wasn't even passed in 2020. CI 99 is not 2020, it's 2016. 2016. And it passes Amrano. But 2016, where there was no election, so we didn't apply. So this will now be applied in 2021. So Emra that one, Emra Kunchement now expeditious trial means that act within 42 days. Okay. And that's what the court is doing. So basically, that's the history. There'll be a free since 96 in CI 16 a pass year, and expeditious crane as a word crane in 10 times. Then in 2012, you pass here and they say expeditious trial, you trial now 15 days. That's a Supreme Court. Still now 8 months. And you pass CI 99 as they say, you define it. Say court in 10 tema. On can no one within on start as no year within 42 days. But
you see, I sure said the Nyamakoya. We are sure say it's 42 days in Shenebeye Juma. I think say kasi ye koni na e bi e betra kakra. But yen hye adwene etachiri. Okay. Adwene etachiri in 10 terms so. Because I understand obia position on it say oh justice harried is justice buried or justice rush is justice crashed. Obviously things a delay also defeats all of these things. But ni nyinaa no Mimo GDA said court never balancing act because it's already 20 CI 99 anymore. They said we will not even allow you. The law says that we won't allow you to amend your grounds and of the petition. You can't even amend your answer. However, court in terms of dispensing justice, they allowed amendment to be made. In terms of the NDC. Beautiful one day.
So they will look at it and balance all the acts.
Exactly. Yeah, CI 99. Now we realize that said the Nyamasi Kono. Sa 42 days and our CI 99 in Sheno, Wamaya in strict timing or kind of expeditious. When I say expeditious, I mean the law means 42 days. But you share near air coso near the law was made for man. 42 days intimity. In fact, even when CI say no room for amendments, ya allow for amendment. And see, why put pressure on ourselves that we are still going by this expeditious definition, and then a being so drain I almost say I hear dear me
because I mean
yes, Lord.
So when it comes to rules now, say about waiver of non-compliance, you need near year. And Ranis had the Supreme Court down Kasa.
Exactly.
Okay. To say my extended my Emran question. However, CI 74 not Emremuno, there were allowance for extension of time in CI 74. Okay. By about CI 99, you repeal this portion in election petition.
All the same, yeah, manipa. So
no, I'm just saying that no, but that's why you need to understand. If at the end of the day, when we are passing a law, the law at first says, "No, me may extend the time we delay. Met me am wako when him kakra." Emrano say me repeat me use our portion. The actual say the oyeye emrano. You perceive chasa a chair, a bit me a chair, any extension of time. But in all of it, justice is the ultimate goal. But the court also have to act within the framework of the timing that has been given.
Thank you.
Counsel,
no beba we are now the way account. And now na interrogatories brofi baye. Na ebi kura nye sure say interlocutor na say we nye injunction. Nti ebi mu say na interrogatories no kura no eye DNA na eno no eye right. Mukasem is it as of right and a discretion by the court.
Me hear amendments ma yekin.
Okay.
Emra na nka no tra say yeah, ma obi amend you. Be kind bro for no kaka.
Okay.
Or say a petitioner shall not amend a petition so as to add on to or alter the grounds of the petition.
Good.
As stated in the filed petition.
Okay.
Nti bibi ade ba be kan abe affect grounds. Ada so obi ground ba from another ground ba be count. Eno ne allow. Nti we share NDC amendments now. It was a typographical mistake. It doesn't impinge on the brought no crab background. Ground.
Okay.
So, it's na court allow. And I feel so court be our Supreme Court. I win. I say wako osofo ho na wako baby e nyankomade. Wo be free bibia manaba. Na e dia adwuma. Into court Supreme Court you invoke a jurisdiction. Sa jurisdiction now invoking the idea adwuma.
Okay.
It say no call election petition jurisdiction now the aba. The court is bound by or more powers under the laws when it comes to a petition.
Okay.
And as I more powers no nyom one the ma. You call for free parliament.
Okay.
Intina make us own lele no nchiri mu no. Because we no equal parliament. We share equal
parliament. Yeah, the court to parliament.
Yeah, na parliament no I go to the process ni approve na be mra.
Okay.
And san na san akọ Supreme Court mom dey adwuma. And I call Usha Mumule, Sawina, the Honorable Mrs. Marietta Brew upon appear upon Naba Sofa Dinra, Naba Kanyoke Naba, Elizabeth Ankuma High Court Naba, Wemo, and Omu Kulin at that time at Ebayemra. Jacko Yamra, na ye sa aspect of extending not in a fimono. I said, Boa Pioneer, yes, ye extension in film.
Okay.
It's Ebaya Ding say. Supreme Court na abeka say
ya ma ye ho say ye di time so
Parliament
na asaye
Parliament no akasa me yenye no ne ye koye
aba say obi mu na susu ye no omu koleye na omu abubo ye so omu nye parliament so it emanated from somewhere
precisely and ye di adwuma nti yetumi ye di adwuma yi Parliament ne aba na say ne ye chirechire mu so e be bia wo say ye stand ni bia ye ye fi ho no ye ko chire mu say nya ka say ya hye ohun tumi say ye ko stand. So, and I'm presently so many ideas. Okay. Now, for so interrogatories.
Yes.
So, what I say a year, say, as of right, which means, who can apply be or see a demand, na say, court in the bedroom. And remnant is, I say, who apply be or see a demand.
Okay.
Court in bedroom. Now, here, the genesis of interrogatories are even the what, most majority of the cases are our high court. You will see in him. So, and no see a baby refer LN mu. LN ni say rules of court.
Okay.
LN time no na yen witness statements yen way. Inti anu na time court case mi di be 20 years. We share in real laboratory Tessa di 20 something years. And sana ye kan asem no kura ma na wi. Na ni pa ko di case ni ba na wu ko ama do be si na na so kura san wu ko. And ye case yen ya ni entity so say be ya case be ko brano.
Okay.
It is that no person who try asem no so no are filing interrogatories.
Okay.
No aba nipa ko on oath. Aba be yim and some be say we ya no.
We shy
eya no. Ntia no say e do say ye be kan asem a ontimi sesa no. Because oye no on oath we shy.
Okay.
So but is we hear the until we hear question na judge ni bi say na ansana yura Penny Chachuka say justice so we are sacrificing justice on out of
expedition.
Well, he wanted to say expedience.
Okay.
So because expedition has a kwa
anwa bi say hwehwehwe bibia ye nim.
No person can say expedience.
So okay.
So bisa na say are you aware of the regime we've moved from LN to 4 CR47 to CR87 is not watching na dream CSM so
Okay.
which means so oba now opa so ye interrogatory sir court no be here say in the light of other processes no e bit me achieve the same thing
Okay.
so it will show we na ye ba betwi maame na so witness na begina ho
Okay.
nye bisa na asem na wo de ba ye san bisa no into court normal dream no mo feel say ye betimi aye without ye betimi di asem without no
I see.
now so what the asem court na say wo de ko supreme court na say you bo asem no wani anje ho a untimi appeal
Yeah.
because wa ono akopem
Akopem.
into we bisa for review
Lawyer home wo review no de eden a ye beba so na yaka expedition and as experience say ye pentem and ye pe justice no ebi nso say ebi mo enso boapa petition anu nso ne fanso boapa epese wo slow niema enti deliberate delay tactics and it is say file for motion for review on the 18th and no set for hearing for the review on the 28th. Yes, I'm 3 clear days, but no ushe difference of the days now. 10 clear days. Nti why that long? I say, Buapa yobi ohonwa epese ye kokwasa twin case no kwechira.
Who said yes? Oh, sorry.
I just wanted to intervene. Say about data fix here, and party ne the man court and registry ne mandate.
Okay.
But I also know say enrano easy file for abridgment of time. Say ne be review now. Abridgment of time say not review not almost saying court date share 28. But yem famre animu famre Tuesday 26.
Okay.
Because Tuesday 26 no NDC John Mahama file application for stay of proceedings.
Yeah.
So easy file affidavit of position to review no. As I file paper be or say seminar nke be di no Thursday no. Court no enhye na emra na nimmer Tuesday say na be Tuesday no e be di review na sem no.
Okay.
And which is what has been done so far. So date in there na registry na share.
Then a registry ni nim se ko betima 3 days no they call 10 days.
Oh so sometimes registry no so share the diary any scheduling yaye. And so no there na kan who say 28th na share before say court ni ma direction on when it will start hearing.
Okay. Okay. Prof now pese obe.
Minim say court na ya omo employer mo say mo na mo be chire omo nsem mo I still insist to say they cannot keep themselves isolated from the society that placed them
Prof,
in the
we mo dey ya na from sembre nim for mo
meboaye. As omo chire nsem
e ma ye ti ase
na me say the minim say court to am kasa there.
They are friends of the court.
We are officers of the court.
Officers, okay. Officers of the court.
Maybe I be who be na so
be am officers of the court. So court say to be am ka ase na musuro kakra.
Okay, so a friend of the court is an ikusu ya na officer of the court say dey.
Maybe I na esuru ni say wo kwa kan na wa koyese prejudge. Hono de so here answer who na who your officer de kono akofa no contempt
na papa ya da no boni
na mama come asem say ye kan na no Dennis no mo chere say sila emra kwan so na Supreme Court or the offer so e de are na adwuma time a opese omudi asem ni wie ebinom say wanhwe be asem ne be ne tentem ne ebia na ama nsem asi akom yehwehwe mu yie no ebia na yentumi anye na ama justice no ya bear no na sefo. I am a student of political institutions. Institutions are strengthen build strong institutions. One key feature or cardinal requirement is that in every setting there should be rigid implementation and application of rules. Inti say
Professor Brofonari.
De bia no yakase yen strengthen institution a
ye ma o man nyuma ko no nye den no nyina wona so
yen kase yen kosisi abrosan a yen fa concrete nhihim de den na mum ye kase yen strengthen institutions a ade bia ye bia no mra e wo ho senior Supreme Court election petition kwan ye be fa so edi no na mra ye be spend edi na enkoye 8 months biom no mra e den e wo ho. Now, may cast a political institutions are what we say for say in terms of strengthening institutions, and they say, as I say, them marano heading, there should be rigid application of the rules. You decide to say, yeah, the better in that case, say 42 days, dear. na ehye se 42 days na but and I said now so the rigid application of rules must also not usher us into a regime of robots.
Nanso semra no
and they say Mishia ade ane de nko papa bi na mama kan wafende baby na baby wo ho a wo de nipa fa obo 12 a nipa ntum mfa ho mpede mbo baby ko ne din na maami bi na mranye de obo 12 a dem gate no we de wotum
okay
na maami bi aze bo ne ba no do ma abofra no ruwu na oba de o de woze no call hospital
okay
it was to carry people na baby a wato dan no mu wa bo 12 papa no orizimrado ficho wa bo 12 ntino watum na maame no wodu wo emergency okoe no ka che papa no de me pacho me ba Dakar no ma oye den oruwu nti ezin pop wo o se den ka wan de wo mbo ya abo no mananka onfa abofra no mfa no mfa nkwa hospital papa ne se wo bo 12 a wo mfa ha papa no onye maame no woreka we ya no o na taxi driver mbo aben maame be se nko na oba na wewu wakano. That's what I mean by rigid application of rules must not usher us into a regime of robots. Inti Supreme Court one warrior masters, one will review one nade. What's the or 42 days or 42 days? Let's apply it.
Okay.
But what do there? What's your manzamaro ko? Motions counter motions na motions so sabeta first ojina mrado na adwini wom na nyansa wom na ojina na woye na wohwa na saze no call no maybe or call 42 days no ontum nye adwuma ekura osmaka nso monwe rigid application of rules must not usher anybody into a regime of robots one kasa one dembre ma papa kan mo kan de what's it was some kada akọchọ wi a one makwa member amend anana mbesesa bibia wom nanso wo hwe NDC fo wo say adi electoral commission why a mistake mathematical errors na nsem bi sa na ho asoso mpo sa na mfom batanyi pa no ho asoso wo type wa say won so wo a mistake wo kwa no court no ko ho kwan do be ka che de we are applying the rules rigidly into no a mistake mpo a yenya ndema nanso it didn't usher them into a regime of robots. They were able to vary it a little in a manner that accommodated NDC's amendment. Now, you know, or 42 days or 42 days. And so, what share? Now, say 42 days, no, or on share.
Yes, honorable.
Mami, there's a that's it. Mrano, yana chishemrano.
Yeah.
Mrano di manipa. Nti udru ho baby na say was also wo kan sem kakra manipa eboa. She say she said, I'm say, you move 28, no, you'd have better name. Because we say, a request for review, and this request for review. Sir, judgment is where my was interrogatory, you see, and no, almost say, about judgment in him, the main judgment in him.
David, yes, I'm okay. Yes, I'm okay. The Omokai say about main judgment here, criminal legal objection, or my ruling, so almost say, or my ruling on one. In practice, no, be raising criminal legal objection. Court ni betimi adina ni manimu ya but court we say ohwese ne sitie na obema na be share the judgment or give final judgment so nya interrogatory
baby here as interrogatory be here some information no na ye check case na say ye the evidence me na dey here pa to say ya
here ma court na mo be ka sa asem no na papa idie
no talk to my court
you catch us on a private legal practitioner.
This is also an officer of the court. I said court.
The evidence you know, sometimes expeditiousness the here be a president so say then near them. Yes, I see. Young fan chassis. You do finance about then know the situation. The Chief Justice whether can activate the system. Let's also review and review. No, pro forma bad time.
This is a correction. Chief Justice cannot activate the system. I'm just saying just to correct it because UTV.
But you can text steps.
No. UTV correction. Pecho opinion. Was saying this and one way and one can. Chief Justice cannot activate the system. Chief Justice cannot
my
activate
sense of
the
activation system is say where it is possible say you review and I see fa adnamon kwan a emma emra ne ye Frenchim robot as
and Chief Justice nkwan take that decision a panel no because can who say ye the cases will chrome her Chief Justice Timika A na judge fufuro aka say on Chief Justice into a panel that has to decide and the court by majority works by majority and will decide on it at the end of the day. But what we want to ensure that you may avoid is that I say you say rules no we actually go back we actually go
Chief Justice no is good as Chief Justice here go better ho man sem nyina ye yedoko nanim no afa na no na so kan but you catch Chief Justice no ne Supreme Court ni ya ne emrapani do Ghana on no ya di mpeza mche say
but say a single or no kwa enye den na
I'm not singling him.
Okay.
I'm not saying the panel. Will be a panel. You won't say panel. You catch the Supreme Court. Chief Justice wants something you can say.
Okay.
It's a drum ras, a drum mre. You can say panel na.
Panel.
The panel bedding activity system no.
No, I will say what the opposite can say.
We have the legislature. We have the
yes.
So we have the legislature.
I get his point. Say when we are saying executive, you can't president.
Yes,
but you see, we are not talking about the judiciary.
It in the ordinary sense.
No, we are not talking about the judiciary. We are talking about a case. It's called John Mahama versus EC and Ananado Danko Akufo-Addo. So let's talk about the case. We don't just bring the judiciary. So let's talk about the case.
So you are saying that you can because you can brassem.
Yes.
Imran, a lot of process now about parliament.
Yes.
Na parliament, yes, it's a a co-president one as for na any people go for na ye but I say will be in a when you start responsibility so making the move. I don't think say the panel you know because say again ye move at the end of the day the judiciary will have to say panel body two more will be no so dear nim no activities to say na unity say na person try but the person say you can't say me na do baby I was say ye hu bibia ye robot I think it will happen. So ya say ina sinti de ehia pa man microphone ka say atantia be mu no me very careful because of the fact say sa interrogatory open say a discretion answer enya mrem ayi ni ade but because of discretion ya hwe mumra discretion me dey aduma say judge we and say ku am make judgment on this matter a chere kwan e be twesa say papa ye fa until so back say enya papa by in this case because of expediency no say enya fa to nchen but so critical. Intimate the message I'm man Crawford me concern no ye hwene ye say am so my asembo say na yisi force so o ma make another motion say yes so man say you know because for what you are saying it means e be ma yina banim nti e betie e be boa nti review no by request no e bi na ya den number okay but I'm also thinking say I don't think that because yisi for a move santino no just say yeah request for review na say den about so obi ehu say what say
no
what the man anu see then you
what I'm saying is that now we think that is a problem time I dey share say be tie ayi no obama ayi wo ho that time no ya shikes na say it is a wo hwe results be put den e dey but I'm hearing say yisi for so take move bia ebema review ni request mpono adim. So just say,
and yes, I demo a time or no,
ebenim. So it means so we get use for the any tumor. Not say review, no, but the review is a complete matter altogether. Into anya easy in a offense and complainant offense and this president mama. Not I am margin. Petition I am margin say yes, sir. Separate matter. The focus of a review or make it a so easy for so almost all request for something. There are two different issues altogether.
About your member too. John Mahama.
I hope I'm clear.
Yeah, but the internet is sure. John Mahama lawyers at the review are court. And John Mahama lawyers no court 28th. No, our court better to 26.
And on the stay of proceedings for 26.
Into the EC no a year and say. It's a say about kind of 28 no. Yeah, bridge is in chat time no so. The 26 no.
They requested. Okay. Almost
and you say be a omoko four. Review
and has their request been granted?
No. So what has happened is that you can't say Mahama filing a witness statement within by 21st. Instead of filing be a friend of stay of proceedings pending the review application.
Exactly.
When now illegal terms
stay of proceedings
on filing witness statement ka onye den nti we benke wo say ba ya wada no aye den
nanko file na dance dia or dey back court any friend witness statement
okay and no call here den
sa dance die no obeka na asem nyina na ode ne exhibit bibi original say anything na we say no na ode nyina attach
great
okay
internet so ode ba wi a na asem a ne nkro obo nyina no enie
na wo krata
say ka high court kra enko na so oba na yes wo na ode we ba ai wo signature no wo dia na nti wasam a okay ni enu ani ye nya fe de betu na afi na the other side no be cross examination.
I see.
But
Yawada no wanye no. E no ye de.
Na Yawada no to wanye no no file krata bi say court do enhihye mu tene say court is ikon on fa chokinto no.
Yes.
Na yentie ni review no.
Okay.
Na sa data or the action sa na you say emotion say opinion this kind court no not grant it automatically, so he has to go and seek a prayer from the Lords. It is our data you betie stay of proceedings no 26 the court no dey conscious and can start hearing no.
Okay.
Till 26 near da you betie stay of proceedings and sana if the court so agrees and sana ya ba ya wada abetie review no.
Okay.
And because stay of proceedings yen stay kopim say be review and yen fa review no mbra nimu say dey be ya ka wi a yen twɛn for ya wada.
Okay.
Nti enna AC lawyers are filing abridgment of time say that Tuesday needs to say betie stay of proceedings no. Yenya stay of proceedings ye stay because ye be say di assembly yawada. Yen fa yawada asem no emra ebenada.
Ebasa, what becomes of the stay of proceedings?
Most of the times I don't think say
Same law kakra no mo cheme na ye adwuma aye mut na che say asem na nya kenya ne.
Let's agree with that admitting say they never say court ne and me susu yem dey say na esi kono me sure say NDC lawyers and oppose abridgment of time.
Omo de anamontu a isi etu ne nrai omo ntia
me nya sure omo timi tia but say ne omo so o me atia say nya say bia omo delay no based on say omo kan me nya sure say omo be oppose say ne be ya on Tuesday no court ne betimi atie review no. Very possible.
Meanwhile, review no. Meanwhile, review no. I think grounds for the review now. So, and so you decided say okay, there are grounds. They are finished. You go review.
Oh, okay. So it's not as if say Benada no cry no ye ko review no so. I think you go say review now open the way na so.
Exactly.
It court betimi anu aya adwene anaso no onya adwene.
It is a court in by adwene o, onya adwene o. Processes for one.
Yes.
Your request for review. Ewo a friend's name. And na court no so time obe transfer so na review no kwese say en kan kra. Enti no nsunsu aso be na beba. Na sa dia time am bosom dutie you know you request for stay of proceedings. Enti mo twentwen so na yan kaka ya asem no. And na mate say yisi for so omo so tu anamon. Ye sa stay request for the stay of proceedings no abawie no request abawie no. And actually so a friend saying yisi for so I think they see say court no twentwen so and also say you share a review na abebo meanwhile you make a judgment no review no say bejatum say enjintum and so another matter nti we near but what I want to say is say there are two different issues together yisi ne a friend saying what they call president mama na in omunka omadwin bia mbom yisi better take advantage. Say because of course yes because
I mean only about some break no catch yourself on oil politician political yes I get you
but I'm judges the court no and any side
but me emphasis to you
but the good information that I've got
both MP both Nanado ni EC nyina o procedure file on witness statement I send the court ni share into ma dance die na democrat and yina no and no mo file e court nti you see the bewa kosi and amanfo so ntia ase se e bo mremu no se court share order no when ni so a the law says it's a fetter on you you won't mean take decision bia se court no e make say directions ye way not one ya emremu no won't mean proceed.
But lawyer answer now because no say me hwe kwan say bia me di stay of proceedings aba and am di me review aba enti me see stay proceedings no me san ko file me witness statement na e bia na nia wo beka no enu so kura menya bibi wo mu na me di akohye me because say mutie me review na granted say me afa review na ko in my favor na che say ko in petitioner in favor then some of the issues and interrogatories na obisa no he may need it in the witness statement.
Exactly.
See, e bia say no tin na wa choke no.
No but the make say me en hwe baby ba ko. ebetimi abasa
Okay.
but yes we nhwe na other way say in case say amasa say na emra ne si kire say ne be ya obi abehu say ye court nye chinchin a ebia yo ko kan be grant but me kan bo amane say emra na da ho no kire say court ba cruise na court ye unless say court net yi sa feta na free so or the table no ko de beto so senka enye bibia no ye free so so hwe yinum kra yes your court ne hye bibi no wa anya as a petitioner your petition can be dismissed.
Okay.
So these are some of the things
and they know all these. The lawyers know all this.
So my point I'm making is that, of course, as a lawyer, if I'm a lawyer, maybe if I'm a lawyer for Mahama, I might do all these things that is being done based on the strategy and the circumstances. So I'm not faulting the petitioner from doing it or his lawyers. But what we are saying is, say Nemrani city, say Nebeya, you di hun koma na enkoye say either my way or the highway.
Okay.
Yes,
Prof.
In that case, in that case,
oh, sir. Prof. Pacho, with all due respect, also wa mona semne Pacho bone
po. Lawyers for kasasa. Yes, no so kasa bia.
Ona bukafra Pacho bone po.
Dey na person just say, who say technically, most of them kasa technically. We a lawyer no, we as a student no tell say. Obi o tia bonti o tie no, onye lawyer na no. Beyond but say asem need o edi kan petition no are request for review panel no am unanimous decision sa ankrofo ya so enom be review yi the we say sir
how sure are you?
No it will be plus two more if you go about this
me patch say obi bisa sir sa review request sa panel ya omo ebugu yi sa panel the same year so den we dey call but the point is that we are seeing na hwe we think that justice should not be sacrificed or whatever for expediency. Into the year, so make a judgment now. So, then this issue of, for instance, stay of proceedings and so on. I am, until almost no decision by no it's going to be interesting. It's easy for us, don't be a bar. But we think that the review is necessary. In the law books later on, you say. See, but we are confident. So, the petitioner confident say, Umbeti panel no now unanimous know at this time. Law needing, like you're saying, idiot.
Thank you. But just chip in, sir. Once I'll be sorry.
We am to be
or charge him.
Once I was
because you see what
Honorable Kafra.
Once I work for review, no. So panel, I was say the two count.
Because I was going to ask that question. Review, no, about the same judges and
plus two extra.
All right.
Okay. I don't know if it is allowed or I'll be going to the extreme. In a case that they have given a unanimous decision, I just
prejudicial.
Then I escape, Prof. Okay, so then I escape.
Put someone lawyer for many utie nkofo bi partisan lawyers na omasem omo kan nyina na se ene em se Mr. Shachuchi Kata oni case onye ready oni nyina so
that's the street political talk
sana nkofo bi no makeka na eya medwen ho a ye no mo de ye mozi ye
no kachi no papa
me constituency me kafante
Prof.
Na kafante stop kafante
it's me fi atem funa me fi latte
me kafante give shoot kafante ho
to it's mamranyim fu work kan a na che de more kodo no no kwan da no rekodo ibi mu reka de oye delay tactics jamayi mu kra wonyi case bia wonyi nyina so nyado bia wodi du asem na de but I don't think that and this if no akoko to na where there should be a rerun of the election.
Right, John Dramani Mahama na akoko.
You and Mahama no there should be a rerun of the election. Nti obi a or recorded there should be a rerun of the election. Am many that don there opiantem ama obi onyim there or rerun na bia obedi nkunyim. Nti no owo there opiantem na me feel there opiantem so mwaye mo we hunu smoothest level there obedi nkunyim no abe president ana there ondi nkunyim ma afi wate no ase nti no mempede meja atum that argument there jama no NDC for all lawyers no jama wonyim ma wore ye mo mofra bi a chachichi kata wa kire ho azeda na wogina court a another wo pay fi court a obegina ka de chachichi kata onyi case onyi more ye oya no ya tete kakra nche onyipa no onyi more ya
but prof wa ka wa ha say sa a lawyer for ni bi hono ma owi a ode ne politics and the propaganda kakra
enti na America se chia nde mejize de wonyi ma wore ye
okay
na nti wenja ho ninja de woba na yabekeka burum hunya de ma at the end of the day no me feel there they should rather be in a hurry
okay
there opede wo ye rerun obeja na akufo ado was the minister school wa amembu na ase nti no if anything what they are in it already I expect the NDC to be in a hurry to ensure that wasem working we now in the process of being in a hurry no me did there in number bi wo ho na say wo pede wo emotions what they share what it's wo ho ase na ye ma ho kwan na wonye we should never argue that jama wonyi mo wo ye mu hwe obi kire chachu kata I find it hard to believe that obi botum ay argument there Jama, he doesn't know what he's about. I don't think so.
Okay, Council Kingsley, what should we expect, or what is your expectation Tuesday?
Also, you may argue.
Of course, yes.
Wakwaman. Against now. I'm not catching the
MP. Professor. No. The prof, you are professor. Obi a watcher na be. Na so ko be no kasim. I had one kasa knowledge na odi aduma bo be na chero.
Thank you. Council, yes, I wrap up on election petition until Tuesday, and then
Tuesday, I expect say your quarter, you beat the abridgment of time, no.
Okay.
And I quarter decided so on bridge and now more bridge.
Okay.
Now, the issue of directions now orders are court the my and yendi so no. Ibi ana no so apim because got my specific time lines ibi ani so na hem rana se the menu sika na ada say petition ade ba ni akra ebeka se ne when so dey akọ ye nti ana se ebeka se so wan fa mu de buy o sla no asem ne ye beko so ati ni nyina wo rules mu cia 99
okay
nti ni mienu ne ye behwe ni aka na se mi sika mi ngindi se well ebi ana o ma oppose say sla 28 na no pese ye kan so ya woda no e bia na ni silo esa kasesa but ordinarily no say una do asma ba say yen friends review
okay
na say other science yen review no impo yen na we did say o meka say yen na na fi yen fa two judges na meka ho yen
yes lawyer Dennis the day na finally
Tuesday na there me say no see aka no me sure say senior Mahama pen in terms so am assembly ebu ano sene wodi kan man lawyer for aka no me sure so omo oppose abridgment of time nti ebi ebetie review application na court and make further orders but me dey make can see an say senior election petition city no going forward maybe after this case yenye emra separately for election petition me am amend yen taking the rules now out of it then have a separate law on election petitions, well detailed, taking account of almost all the experiences that we have had. So, in all of it, I expect that the Supreme Court will come on top at the end of the day. Court, no, making sure say send Emrani City and the I have no doubt. But yeah, politicians also now aware say and court ne obeyadwen trebia court ne wonyadwen Ghana Embassy and any case we ko bia court bia no obi obelusu case bia or sometimes this whole perception say court na you say you win so another but in all of it Ghana will be the winner Ghana make it.
Yeah, that's election petition on a fat time but still na yet na when you 12 benya boy ha because ministerial appointment you be kan ho asem way a quick break na you koba wa hu lawyer Dennis Ejejimo biemu a na abusuan said ye hya asem bom amane no nyuma do so wo ye ni nyina na owo be bi ko na so jepini say election petition obeba na oni yen aba be chemra no adesuade kakra no be my education enti ye baba biem de na lawyer Dennis enka ye ho but empanyimfo aka no lawyer Kingsley Amwakwabodu kan ho Professor Ransford Jampo ha Honorable Isaac Ejemensa enso da so ewa ha
me ni age sene what me actually processes no and Emma make us in that case the courts themselves must be able to have a PR outfit, a very proactive PR outfit. No, be a PR or motive.
Maybe they can hire him as their PR.
PR or motive or money. You should have a very proactive PR outfitter. A bit to me actually in some more about the process. Send a nipa adwin mu enya omo kesene. Na yenjama very partisan lawyers.
Uncle phone moment check. Okay. It's a quick one. Yes.
Oh, no, I think that it's appropriate. Say I nyantia say mbra ye chirma nipa nti no ye chirma na nipa dia na se duru mribi say hwene kan yi na tantin ne ba say hwene ye
all right
justice on provocants I say justice Barrett or whatever justice Harriet is
Justice Barrett
it is a basa na kisa tantin ba come
but justice delayed to
he hopes that Tuesday the needful will be done.
Yes.
Justice delayed.
Is justice denied. But your quick break about critical issues. Eri abusiafo ya mamu mosa mwacha me adan ye ho akwaba o ene me wo number of messages now hope say metimi read kakra se see ayi de aka ye mi ensan lawyer Dennis Ejejum akwaja ye now so still on my right honorable Isaac Ejeme ensan ha and as see ade waba me immediate left Professor Ransford Jampo and afi lawyer Kingsley Amwakwabodu na ye ba beto aso ansan ye be come in serious appointment no ye wo topic ba ko a e wo say ye hwe ne ye tifi ho quick ehia pa de ben COVID-19 ye ya na ye di ye ho awu ya no aban ka ho amanyofo ka ho timamu mindful menyo ye nso ye ka ho ana nso say oh yare na aba na esan ye efise binum adwen ye omu say ye a ene ye ho sa ye campaign ye jagum ya afedi obi anhye nose mask eno ya manyofo no ne aban de no afi ye bronya ye di bronya nso ye jagum sa eno ye wo me no ye de no timamafo de no ye wie ye na fe ne ye yam hyehye ye na second wave na third wave na spike na say na who cause some enti yen kan no quick sesesi a no ye ka ne ye ho adrowia then way forward and in sansa na fi ya hwe ministry appointment no quick prof
I'm say ma entu dwa say haya yeti so obi hun say won hye max a ya sanitize haya na machine si ha edwuma aha na me de enyame nwanwa say covid numbers no akosoro
okay
well yentumi enye niema you cannot work to produce a certain effect bi na afi unko begin to say ayo you see there are so many things that we did so wrong in the lead up to the 2016 elections 2020 elections one say some politicians and then some people in Ghana ayo one say COVID na course so you know ye mu bi ye beto aba no ye mu bi tro ye e ka say abato no de ye beto de na mom esese etena se na ye de nhihye ye papa eto ho esan sese ya mfa nhihye papa ento ho a ye beto aba na wie ye nyina be yare ye kan no ebinom se o debi wo ya alarmist aden na wo kan sa en sefo ye no politicians say omonye rally na omonye rally ni omo ye na esen rally ebinom gina omoka rooftop ena nkofo ayeden ehia etwa omo ehia omo ko gina car so no a omo ne nkofo kasa omo nkasa no omo nhye nose mask ni bi omo nso etwa omo ho ehia no so enhye bi ebinom eye primaries no to me hu se kwabrane abweni a omo titi ntesuo practical omo titi ntesuo kra den egu omo so ene nasefo ye sa niema wenyum nyina ye ankase ye rallies in the lead up to election ye to edu abato no ye hu sane anipa bebre ebo domping ewo abato no do coalition sane anipa bebre ebo domping sa niema ya political leaders no set bad example ema ye follow ye no ena ebeye edu ye bi na asofo nso ka se na mo ye sa niema ya ene asore na mo mpese ye beko once asofo started so mo so kasa na ema nipa bebre nso feel say ene niema ye den a relax number 1 politicians no ama niema a relax but their own conduct in the campaign asofo nso feel say mo ye campaign na mo ye election mo titi ntusu gum so na mo ye sa niema na ene edu asore dem nso so a muntumi nka se ye relax ye enforce niema rigid sa intine ema protocols ni na relax answer na ye bedi bronya nti ye bedi bronya nso amanfo so ye party call get together and na se for we no nyina ye wie ye no ehun sunsun anso na afei ehun aba na ye ti na ya started ti aba na afei ye say eden we should have known better na ade baako a mate emse wo se covid ye nka ho asem enche bebre ade baako a asem baako a mate a mete ye na me ya esa ye mebufu kakra ne se mate se politician bi kase there is no evidence empirical evidence to show say niema ye during election time no campaign time no na ade covid na akosoro
oh really
yeah mate se obi kasa and my response to the person say mpese me boni din you see enye niema ewo ho nyina na yehu enye niema eye nokra nyina na yebetumi a subject to empirical viewing Professor Bino Ochirade, and now he was teaching what we call empiricism, scientificism. He said, Adia ye huno, and na a ye no cre, and I said, Nia ye huno, and na a woho. Enti no obaye no opeso o share a Christophobi anywho obaye no say last week yetina lecture yetina class no ye can say nia wudi weni hu no enne wo ho. What is seen no is what is empirical, and what is empirical no is what gives knowledge. Na class no say class for say ampa and obi say Christopher class no say mahu munyankopon no da obi ase yemfa eni hu no da. And Okacho and say, Moon farm winning who no there, and by the principle of empiricism, and then Yameno, Munyamena Mokano, on Tiase. And I crab a consul sorry man and sasso. You by the same principle. Yapamocho, Professor Yokase, when we now drink, I done it trimly brain da, and Obia said, I must say, any professor. And so drink. It is not any idea ye huno and the correct. It is so big catch them say there is no empirical basis basis to show say rallies na COVID na akosura na nipa krono. He is not being truthful and he is not being real.
But do we even need science and empirical
ye need to say nipa abodom pimo obia enche max. There be opeso chere say enye rallies na omo ye no nye ayi na omo bogu ye protocols to omo bogu ye na amane ma na akoso we need to say nkofo editing tesu gu omo so ekon bodom pem na sefo obi atro social distance and other safety protocols to the wind. Now I say there is no empirical basis na chere say warankasa no you don't know what you are talking about. Oh, okay. Minister designate be na okasa na meti sa asem na ehye me bufo.
Oh, really?
Na me pese ye kan going forward no let us know say yankasa na egu ababi enna ama COVID no akosoro say say the paper 658 COVID new cases recorded in 24 hours. Yeah, koye amanyo ayi your friend say amama ya etwa ye hu ehia omode ekoso na sefo me feel say mwa medie menya anka say omampeni sa babium na at least omaye sa test lockdown be 2 weeks enna ebema nipa on say ye lockdown we ye bie no political parties omo petumi omo pe ye beto aba omo eni akrekrekre ntino na ye beto aba ntino ye slow down ne ma na ye nto aba ye to wie ya to aba na wie ye ntue because at the time ye call lockdown the first 2 weeks name say ne obe 5 pe na say ende ye nya 658 cases in a day or within 24 hours na say SS ye call lockdown. You call lockdown 2 weeks na mfantemfo beka to obia beta no ho aze obia beta no ho aze obia be careful na say you careful we are lockdown no mu no there should be rigid enforcement of the rules COVID protocols.
What can power but I say what unsusu na argument I one side na politicians can ho na yen ankasa citizens yen kan ho
mama kai
bronya ne nso
mama kai
mo call clubs yes say club ya tutum and so underground
mama kai there should always be leadership by example bra na worry as it tum na worry rallies no nzama oye no onna omamma nsunsuanso ba de adenarampo bi aroko ana adenarampo bi a wode ye ya wo friend adena yereba na onyi ho bi mposi yereba no osande hia yewia obo ha dindindin ti yereba no ontumye na ade nti woye ye damanzaman na ono na ogina do ma asofo bi mu nso Ghana fo you are either overly partisan or notoriously religious nti say politicians na wodi ye nyem no wentwa sapa na woriko war rallies worry war primaries na ade no the true caution to the wind na yenya asofo bi nso a obeka de na mo true caution to the wind na aso na mo se yenye 1 hour yentum nye 1 hour yenye 2 hours bi nso ye be ye zabe on the made bien dem nkofu ku ebien panyimfo ebien in my view no one some wakeka na wo bra wo boy no omama nyipa yi na afel de na demza na no yenso ebotumi akoye party yenso ebotumi ayema ye nti na amedze me feel de ne papa ma ye ko lockdown ye 5 na what's 24 hours bi etumnya 658 cases no bibiare nyi ho a o kire de odi ebuebu ye you see we must leave
lockdown and soon so no you wouldn't want it for the state, would you?
Nipa state no, the state is nothing without its constituents. Se nipa inyima oman yenyi man into no, it is the duty of the state to protect its citizenry so that the state itself will become relevant.
Thank you.
Into no, one man call lockdown 2 weeks. No onka yenwa nesi ye ba. Echi wo enforce protocols so nechi you also sensitize on your education sensitization na ye no. Please more outfit no oya wayaje. Wabema news bia muhu de wobo honka nade. But we need a very sustained public education and sensitization drive. Up till now, nkofu be feel there. COVID no oyesikafo wo yeba. Because politicians for yeba, politicians no yesikafo nkote na ochire ho. Nti damuko mukrom de mi. And na mo ndo bia nhye bi no awu na efinka na abancha awu na nhwa. There should be a very sustained massive public sensitization and education drive because it is our feature as a developing country that we have what we call an ignorant citizenry. Them na yensu yete. Our citizens, one share that we are generally ignorant people. Into no order what church what implement protocols ni Ghana ha ma ye prenye there ma ye nyimi there asamo ba nansa we would enforce the rules after nansa no na ya adenta na but remember mama example adenta highway ya waye and then nkofu una carry bonipa nkofu ye demonstration abaye food overpass food bridge abaye one na walk demonstration there abaye food bridge no we no na chi wonfa wada wan wo twaka akwan na was a police for was working ho a police for would be 3 days after 3 days no wonyi obium into why over food bridge no nso nipa da wan twaka akwan na sisi ano ayadam nti ka abonyipa ho ankasa wontum wonka.
Interesting. Now, honorable, when it said that provoke amanyofo de wom na yati mamfo enra me papa Paul Fimpo manso na osi okoku masiju mo hwa no send me message krama. I am in the new KGTR shops. Most of the people here are not wearing those masks. You have to send your queue here to cover it. Amanfo enhye enti amanyofo no ada na mo yesa na mo ni se de mo ye nyina ye hwe mo ana enti ene amanfo nhye ye be den achi mo madwen se yare no wo na mo nhye.
I am a force. I think it's political leadership. So because I'm a follower of boom, what a boom.
But some in a campaign.
No, but the point is that President Yam to me. Or the Yam baby. Yes, I saw Jessica Bussia the mano, ma on a name, la man phone, among her, na among fancy said Medina. Until you realize, and I'm saying, elections never be into one Casancasano, and who shall so be around amber, me person quite chibi. The prophet came. If I be see, so will be a professor, will be Ojadomano near there, or Casa see tin ye. Because I'm sorry, I saw back as I saw sorry as a cake. It is also because of empirical evidence, bra. Then I say, who bizarre, but it's a fact. So we'll call a dream in other areas. I don't be almost anxious because I said, by said the kind who near the youngest end is no, be so to a hen, no, officer, but it's a fact in Grofu. Even if I try to say, I do say, or even the sterilizers, many years, says, I just but they, who coffee in Nimo, action on my uno, intino, yam chuck compohich. I think I am be before I have any, Nakofadu. The man I don't want to be a minister on Crawford, but still, I'm ministers or technocrats on now. One more said, the answer, nay, my year 2 years, every man year. Because, honestly speaking, will be called you how say, Yard. But I think so leadership is also to take responsibility in something in the museum. Say Abuchin Canada, we didn't face a mammy and send nose mask. Now I say 5D in a brigade. No crop for almost some queen and so for near the brave. I might be very confused.
Confused, no crap.
It's more confused. Now you go to China on the other side, Asia, almost a steamy in a jar who will be sending Sushian near there. Are born and as for. In Tinsara, you may cost like a computer and was Omano, President Kufuor, even though the new one I don't do to you responsibility, they say, yeah, you must say. See, I'm sure you turn them on leadership by example. Now the canon, young in this. I think, sir, or sir, already probably a car station and marketing company at dinner. And conference, you're better than. If you say 2 cities better than company at there, and then I bind between my. Now, Honorable Ayaraga will really be concerned, sir, you're coach school free. I will for now, on your say, I'm watching. COVID by Yaman watching. Just I'm watching be brave. And you know, society empire, and school fees for the mom con, yeah, sure now, and ban on suspending. This are my serious issue, and not neither the economic better, no, at the time banners. Mamma in his car. Lockout your opinion, lockdown, and also lockout. Lockdown. Chief, what can lockdown pet? The finance guy will just take his pen and not calculate what will be the cost on that day. And it's cost, huge cost. When you lock down, say cream, and you're easy. And you know, seriously, the politicians and the political leadership will have to put, numbers down and say, lock it down. The economy is in shambles. We are in trouble. And you know, sir, the public is demanding for a lockdown. Then the government will be serious.
Okay.
Now you're sure, but my mommy, to be honest with you, COVID is real. And you know, Ubia and fan very, very serious. Where would you me be? As I said, by no, to talk vodka buckets and hands and thousand other mamma mine. I find you so. It is very, very real. See, a beer school. School a beer. I will for fire, I'm sure. Some may I mean, I don't know. Into Mummy and you to what? I saw you school, baby beer who said COVID net and real. Not protocols, yen so. See any protocols, so they are not a ban issue. Lockdown, people will be request. This time around, if people are requesting for lockdown, it means it is getting desperate situation. In the mommy, the message can Ghana food here, you two minutes to say, you free have say, welcome once a lawyer, what can be. Professor, one of our Sir, COVID is real. And to be beer who said, no, come here, no news on the Sunyao. Now, protocols need so. I am my son.
Say a real side, and yeah, Muni so, and she said, no man for Nini. Lawyer Name.
Maybe that's it. Emide say we can Emide. We want Konamah yourself. Emide pa because you can say you come na yourself. Na afi we can say you cry no be akojima ko ti say ni ade but we there COVID is real. And grofo ewu say obi be hwe ne nkwa de enya ade edidi agro. Enti se ka me teacher obi abenya ne de. Omo e de tumi ahye omo nsa. See ya 2 barriers 7 years ago. Ya 2 aba na wie. Ni pros and cons so there ya 2 wie. Say lockdown here, you lock it down. Because adwuma no de bi e court ni aba, ni akọ lecture room ni aba. Uhu nyama e koso.
Okay.
Put me in front of your class. Why you warning say without nose mask don't enter my class. What a cry no spacing. What try there no be we no abeda ne mouth mask and nose mask.
And you say face mask.
Abeda ne chin mask. Na fe abeda ne neck mask. We also say as a ni ref no hu say den we nya bread nim. So nim say we be wu a. Ana Adam wonkofo omo prominent yes omu wo no say that the buy next week me go kuma say ye Saturday yeah the body ni free baby na eba say and a man ya nipa no into wenum na ye bronies visible examples actually say dey no
na we nyina nkrofo hu na so
and nothing na make say me chama obi anya ne dey no
okay
the politicians no say the omo elections no e bi anko ye yenka no kore both MPP NDC PPP one women nyina bi anko yi sise ne ya pa ho ye mo na di kono de
omunyi nko
de aka no mo ho ban na ya nye de wo se ya anya sa de a o man pani mesre wa lock it down na fe yen timemufo no so yen na asem ne hia yen me na se me ko ba bi na me kunya bi a me de ba ko ma me yere nti me betina hayi ma she me max wa de ye adwuma pa me ni se adwuma pa still ma she ma se usika me nu ya she max because me fear me ko ba bi bebri e bi ana ma beti ana be bi ana ko bi an so me wo ya soro no ho because say ngofo ko nya o monka ngofo ko nya o monka it wouldn't be bon komo kakra no say
ya kekan nyina ye dia akọ hospital
la ye ngofo bi abon komo o be say oh me chi ba kra fe se de yi na sini so amsa na me say e ho din na sa
Ono do no
oh enti yenya hwi
Okay.
misre amanfo pa yenya hwi hwe figures no
658. That's the new case.
That's a new case. 361 dead.
Yeah.
But yenya obi wa say
It's real.
Utia na esre kra ko say media me ngin di say e wana media me gidie kire me say enyame ayi mesre o ade na
Ebi awo enya but obi gidie ntisa wo de enti wo bere na wo de akosan obi
mesre o ade ntina nyame na o ma ye boy a o ma ye sum no e ma obi nyansa say on fa nko no nkosua medicine no fa yare on fa unsusuemu so on ti say nipa ko na kan asma mesre mu a me ye ngindi ye nyina sum nyame ye ngindi ne ye mo ye ho ban.
Okay. Thank you. Inti COVID no ewo ho inti ahweye na obeye. Se obehye na obebre eye chen se wanhye na obefiri mo. Ana obekọ akoda na wote so no. Ene nose mask a obetwa famu die ketwa bi. Now we are going to ministerial appointment. The yakeka abomu the yehwan so still a man for say teacher for bro for mampani more room for improvement wetimi yehwan so bi. Na ye ne omanfo di kan kasai enti yenhwe omanfo adwen kire a ene omususu omowo de fasa ministerial appointment mampani a ye yi ho na fe yemra na ye ne studio guest emonko.